Shots.
Shot.
I'm just saying, I had Effectrix. I was this close to buying Effectrix on the computer too, but I'm like, nah.
You know, it's bad when you start duplicating shit from computer to the iOS.
But see, and about that, like, I know some companies are now starting to do that to where you bought something from at least from the computer world, it should translate into iOS world. Like
For sure.
Like that needs to be like a standard. Or
either that, or give me or tell me like, yo, for extra $10, you can get it on iOS or something like that. Like, don't charge me $120 on a computer and charge me another $20 on the iPad. Like, you know, and I get it. Like, you know, like Apple is taking a chunk of y'all money and stuff like that. But get the noobs. Get the noobs, man. Like, don't get me. You know what I mean? But I'm
get the vets.
Also, but you know, a couple of us vets is going to keep the noobs from getting got. That's why they doing that. Oh shit! That's how they get in your pockets. But they got another joint that's just like Effectrix on a computer for half the price. It looked just like it's like a fake. It looked like,
I know exactly what you. I forgot what it's called.
Hold on, I'm about to find it right now. They got it. Remember back in the day, it's like the U.S. Polo Association.
Yeah.
Polo. That Marshall's brand.
I can't push the button.
The big horse.
The big horse.
No, Beverly Hills Polo Club. That's what it is, right?
Or it's South Pole and North Face.
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy because South Pole is actually kind of South Pole, like it stayed around for a while. Glitch 2 is called. It's called Glitch 2.
Yeah, Glitch 2. Yeah.
Glitch 2. It looked just like Effectrix. Just like I'm talking like the same box.
There's not an app called
scheme.
Glitch 2? I feel like
that. I mean, I think there's an app called. I think there's an app that's called Glitch. But
there is. It's a photo app I have. I knew I had an app called Glitch, but I didn't know what it was for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Baby Effectrix.
Baby, that's Effectrix illegitimate child.
That's Effectrix after that entanglement.
Oh man. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I can't even get this. It's not even. Oh, yeah, I'm good. Let me get off this page. Yeah, off of that.
Windows only? What was it?
Oh, I don't know. It said something at the top. It wasn't supported on my operating system or something. I don't know if it was that or if it was a plugin on the page.
Yo, I ain't updated my little Mac Mini in like 4 years to that new shit they got. I don't think I'm going to. Yeah.
Yo, I'll tell you this. Like the only reason I'm on Reason is because I had Pro Tools 7, I think, or something like that. Pro Tools 6, and I updated to like Snow Leopard or something like that way back. And as soon as I updated, the shit killed my whole Pro Tools setup.
That's what I'm scared of.
Everything, and I had to wait like 2 months for them to make a Pro Tools update. And so in the meantime, that's what I looked online and I seen that they had that Propeller had just introduced Record. And literally that day I had the Digio 2 with the moving man. I used to love that damn Digio 2 with the moving faders. You couldn't tell me that I was in Diddy, and I was sometimes I would just program the joints to do the snake. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was so mad. I updated my shit, and I went and I looked, and I'm like, and it shit just wouldn't open, and it was and so that day I literally went downtown, took my Digio 2 with me, and I bought. That's when I first got a Tascam interface. I got the 1602, something like that. It was purple and it had like white little silver knobs on it. And I've been with Tascam ever since. And Reason, Tascam and Reason, like shit works. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm scared of. I don't even want to. My shit ain't broke, so I'm not gonna bother. It doesn't give me problems.
No. I'm a heavy proponent of like like not like updating sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I updated to iOS 14, and I'm not gonna lie, I have like little issues here and there. Like they haven't perfected it yet. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it'll be good by the time the phones come out or whatever. Because that's usually when it's about right. But still, it's gonna be a little off because nobody has those phones in their hands right now.
Right.
Like it, you know what I mean? Like so, but
yeah, I wait at least it's like 6 months for the updates. Yeah.
I didn't download the update for on the iPads. I was like, nah, I'm gonna just wait.
This is my first time I didn't update yet. Because I'm still on 13. No, I'd be the first one to be told, yeah, I got 14. It's on. And now it's like,
I wish I didn't do 14.
You did it, Brian?
Yeah, I did went like the first day, and then like my Apple Watch stopped working. A bunch of stuff stopped working for like about a week.
Shit.
Then later on, there's like a couple patches came out. To tell you the truth, the little features of the ads, I'd rather have the stability. You know what I'm saying? Especially for like my this iPad and then my MacBook. I can't go to the latest OS, but I'm not mad because all my software still works. So I look at like my computer's like an appliance, like a drum machine. Like if it does what it's supposed to do, like sampling drums and playing my audio interface, no need for those updates. That's for other stuff. You know what I'm saying? All it does is cause trouble most time.
What I always do too is like with Apple stuff, like with the iPhones. If your phone is about to be phased out, I don't download that last update. Like so this is a 6 plus. It can't get 13. And every time I open it, it's like, oh, you have this update 12 point this point that or whatever. I'm like, nah, I'm good because this joint still runs just fine. The only thing that's wrong with this phone is that like the lightning port is messed up. So like I have to like when I charge it, I have to like sit it at an angle so that the plug so that everything connects. Gotcha. That's it. That's if that wasn't the case, I'd still be using this phone. Like you know what I'm saying? But you know you know Apple. Yeah, they got sued for that. They had a class action.
I think I got
give you the slow patch on the way out.
I got like $4.
Okay. They're like, you don't want to buy one?
Because I sent that to you, right? Like that you needed because I know I sent it to one of my boys and he was like, it's a scam likely. This sometimes I be wanting to slap the shit out of people.
Nah, but if you're entitled, they'll fucking mail that shit to you too. They mail you a little card.
No, I'm not saying it's like that is a scam or nothing like that. But I'm just saying like sometimes like if I send you something, like just know that I did my due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna send you no bullshit that's telling you like, yo, Apple gonna give you $1 billion. No, stupid. It's like 1 billion Apple users. Like
they gotta split that.
Yeah.
And that's only for people that, they claim they know of. You know what I'm saying? Because not everyone gonna get the shit.
Hell no.
Yeah, bear back.
I got something like that for the fucking original Mac laptop, the all white joint that first came out.
Yeah.
Something was with the. I still got that shit and it still works.
I got the black MacBook. The only reason I don't use it is because the screen is jacked up.
Mine too. But all you gotta do, if you could plug the thing in and reroute it.
I know. I try. I don't have a VGA monitor.
Yeah,
so I went on Amazon and bought the VGA to HDMI cable, thinking like, yo, I can just plug this into my flat screen and bada boom, bada bing, I'm good. Nah, shit ain't work. Shit ain't work at all. Shit ain't work at all. Like that shit.
But
that shit crushed my soul.
On the old ones, you got to push that button for it to work. Are you pushing the button on the keyboard? There's a screen button. It won't do it automatically.
My shit used to just plug. My shit used to like once you plug it in, it just you have two screens. Like, but also the thing is, like I can't sign in because literally I can't see the screen. Like I can't. Like my screen just lines, just like like the VHS shit. Like that's how my shit look.
Yeah, my shit is all cracked up. I think my nephew stood on the shit or some shit back in.
I used to drop that shit everywhere. But that computer, that black MacBook, like that shit, I got Reason 5, I think, on that. Reason 4. The joint before that, before they put audio tracks in there, I got that version on there. And all you can do is make beats. And let me tell you, I went to LA a couple years ago for a music conference, and I was just making beats on the plane because like they can let you use the keyboard as a MIDI controller. I cranked out so many beats on that shit. Like literally, if that screen wasn't messed up, like what I wanted to do with it is I was gonna have like a Throwback Thursday and I would just like bring out the old MacBook. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, let me bring out because like I only had like maybe 2/3 of the screen because I had like this big line that goes through it, and then but it's a line that goes through it. But then on this side of the screen is good. It's like a little different, whatever. But you know, Reason, I don't know, like the original one, it never took up really the full screen anyway.
Slide
so
that shit over.
Exactly. I'm good. Like yo, you know how many people hit me this week? Like I'm all over the place, but because the gadget reminds me of Reason. People was like, oh my god, I can't believe they don't have AV3 and gadget. I'm like, yo, you don't need it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't need it. Like it got everything you need in there. They're like, oh, I just wish that you could do this and do that. I'm like, fam, bounce out the stems.
Yeah, people don't think like there's a way around everything. Like,
no, I like this is one dude, and he's cool as hell, whatever. But like he always I just wish I could use Beat Hawk and Gadget together. I'm like, fam, bounce out the stems. But you know, that's just an extra step. It's, you know, it kills my workflow. To open up a second app kills your workflow.
Yeah, he wasn't in the mood anyway then, because ain't nothing gonna kill my shit if I want to get it done.
Exactly.
My thing is you don't want it. You don't want it. Like you don't want it. Like if you like because like Beatmaker 3, right? That should be glitchy as hell sometimes. Well, it'll crash and shit like that. I'm like, all right, you can crash, but I'm gonna turn your shit back on, and you won't work this time. It is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because everybody that was making bread off FL, they was getting that blue screen to death. How many times a day? You know what I mean? Like so, but it wasn't stopping them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. People like
oh, yo, you know what's funny, Cheese? We was just talking about Ken Lewis, and on one of his last live stream, because he does like a mixing live stream. Tell me why he did his shit. He does like a 10-minute, so he puts the timer, and he shows you his best mixes in 10 minutes. Yo, every time like he would get to like 7 minutes, his whole shit would crash.
Wow.
Like 4 times, and he didn't get to save nothing. I was like, oh shit. But you know, he turned that shit right back on and start over. It got to the point where he was down to a minute, like, fuck it, let's see what we could do in a minute. Like, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
But yo, you know what's crazy though? It's like I started watching like different like mixing tutorials and stuff like that. And I just made presets. Like I got presets. I got drum sim presets. I got a drum bus preset, and I got a bass bus preset. And I just do boop 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 boop, and I can get like I call it a thought mix. I can get you a nice little thought mix, 15, 20 minutes, and the shit'll be bumping. Cause like and I know where to bring all the levels to. Like I don't know. I just think people are so used to like having shit done for them that they don't want to like actually go through the grunt work. And I'm like, yo, that's the best part.
Yeah, the
that's
process.
the best part. Yeah, like you know what I mean. Your beat sound like shit, and then all of a sudden you it feel like you shined a turd, and you be like, damn, like this. You know what I mean?
Sometimes
like,
it is.
Oh, so now you be a toilet.
Nah, yeah, right.
Now you be a toilet flush sound. Nah, man, I don't know, man. I just
that's these new school cats, because we come from having to make shit work. You know what I'm saying? So to us, this is great for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
well, the loops are already mixed anyway. It's like if you're a loop producer, your loops are already mixed. You just add drums in, and you can put your drums by number pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You can look at the DB and just keep it drums by number, and it just blend in the loop and keep it moving.
Yep.
You know, but I mean, and shit. Even if you wasn't like, even like shit, like I mean, I used to have to mix inside the Triton. You know what I mean?
Word,
that's
what I'm
saying. Yeah. I'm still mixing the MPC right now.
Yeah. And the Triton, like I remember the Triton was the most deceptive keyboard that you would ever get, because when you got it in like program mode, shit sound full and crazy. And you like playing the piano, you're like, oh, you up there sound like
combi mode
and shit. Yeah. And then once you put that motherfucker in sequencer mode, and you got like 5, 6, you got all the 16 tracks. And now you getting all them sounds butt ass naked, and they don't sound like nothing.
Yeah, because they stack all those effects up on the combis.
Huh? Yeah,
they stack all the effects up on the combi mode. Yeah. Then when you go to sequencers, just dry sounds.
Yeah, it's dry. Right. That piano be like bing, You be like, damn, what happened to Liberace?
Triton right there.
Yo, I see. I had the blue joint with the tube.
The LE.
Oh no,
there's the new second generation that came out. I think. Yeah.
The Extreme. I remember when I sold like I sold it like mad people was hitting me. Everybody that was hitting me was like cats that played like salsa music. Everybody was like, oh, tú hablas español, tú hablas español. Thank God I do. Like I was like, and the cats was hitting me. It's like yeah, you know. And so one dude hit me back, and he came and he picked it up, and I was like, yo, bro. I said, please, I don't mean no offense, but everybody that hit me was like, they spoke Spanish. I was like, nobody black hit me, nobody white hit me. Everybody was like Latin American.
Bachata.
You know what I mean? And he's like, oh no, he's like, yo, the piano's in here.
For Latin.
He's like the pianos, the horns, some of the best shit you can get. You know what I mean? I was like, shit, maybe I ought to keep this motherfucker.
I can't get rid of mine. It's
then
not
he
worth
pulled
it.
out that cash, and I was like, here you go.
Word.
Now, I was using that shit as a MIDI controller. Like, you know, like
it's my
nothing
only
else
full-size
MIDI.
controller now.
Yeah.
And then, so you can use it for an effects module, too. You know, you got those 4 different effects patches. So you can use, so I can use it for studio effects, outboard, hardware. And then I got it for 10 beats anyway. Back in the 90s when beats were like $200 on the street.
Yeah.
I did 10 beats. Dude had one brand new, and he was trying to make his own beats. They came to me to record, and I was like, dude, what are you trying to do? He was like, I'm trying to do this all myself. I was like, look, give me that keyboard, and I'll just give you the beats. And I gave him like 8 package beats and made him 2 custom beats. I made 2 custom beats and get him 8 out of the pack. Got the whole thing, signed it over, signed it on a receipt, got the serial number and all that signed out. I had this thing for about 15 years. But no, longer than that, about 22 years, man. 20, like, when did it come out? Like in the late 90s, right?
Yeah, Triton been out for a minute. Oh, shit. Here you go. He got the effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I sometimes I still wish I had that Triton, man. I ain't gonna lie. But
it's not bad.
The prices don't be going down on them shits. I seen somebody selling the Trinity for like $1,000. I'm like, dude, the Trinity.
Yeah, remember when that came out? That was big when it came out, though.
The
Trinity rack order rated Trinity. Yeah,
because the Trinity had the touchscreen too, right?
Yeah, they both did. Yeah, they did.
Because
you couldn't sample on it. The Triton put the sampler on it.
I remember when I first seen the Triton, yo. I used to just look at musicians' friends and be like, yo, can you dab me a Triton, yo? That joint's silver, got the blue screen. I'll be like, eep, 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 eep. I'll be touching the screen. Like,
in the 90s,
those are the days, man.
You had to have a workstation computer and a drum machine. And like, if you had that, you could work. So you could have a Triton and an MPC, or like a Korg, a Phantom, a Triton or a Motif, and then you had to have some kind of drum machine. Because all those keyboard drums were all weak. You know what I'm saying? So you had to have like or ASR 10. You know what I'm saying? ASRs were rocking heavy back then. Or the ASR X, you know. Yeah, that was it, man. I mean, you could do everything you're doing now pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Just hardware.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's shit. I don't know. It's weird because the more shit change, the more shit stay the same now. You know what I mean? It's like
the only thing we didn't have then was loops. Like people weren't pre-canning like music parts for you to do. You had to do it from scratch. So like my man was a rapper that came through. He had to like play note by note every single thing you wanted to play. So he might put a drum and then have like a couple of 2-note beats that sounded all right. But then when he wanted to get like 10 beats, he's like, yo, I need something deeper than this. You know, I was like, go hand it over. I took care of him. I made 2 beats with the brand new Triton, and then gave him like I said, 8 stock beats.
Shit, hey, it worked.
Shoot, now beats are down to $20, man. It take like 200 beats for that same thing. Even the depreciated price for the Triton, say that's about like 1,000. For $20 beats, that's still what is that, 50 beats
like
or something?
50 beats.
You know what I'm saying?
50 beats.
That ain't worth it.
Nah, at all. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, the market's so saturated. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, it depends. Like, if you got a sound that's unique, you know what I mean, that other people don't necessarily have, then you could You could probably sell. You can probably get somebody for like 10, 20 beats, something like that. You know what I mean? But
yeah, it still sucks though, because like at $20, they're still trying to bring you down like $50. They're like, okay, how about 50? Like, I'm gonna go high on you, $50. And see, back then, so like, not to date myself, but like, I'm from the era when you had to have hardware to even make a beat. So like, if everybody on the street agreed in our neighborhood, we're doing 200, 250 for like an average beat. That's what it was. And then there was a street price. You know what I'm saying? Like Timberland was still doing like 10,000 or 5,000 or whatever.
Yep.
But if you didn't have industry placements, $250, $200. So if you want an original beat, it wasn't no leasing it either. It was like one beat.
Right.
And then if somebody went to the open mic and then heard your beat, they're coming back to the studio to jack somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, these dudes went right before me. They had the same beat. You know what I'm saying? I seen a dude get duct tape for the same thing. Dude sold a beat 3 times. Same neighborhood. 2 dudes went to the open mic night. 1 dude did it, and then the second act had to come off. Came straight back and tried to duct tape my man out. That's a whole nother story. But now it's like at least like now 10 people, 100 people can have the same beat now for $20. They're like, oh well. They'll put it on record, they'll press it and put it on the Apple Music and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody cares. And the crazy thing is, you know how people be like I don't know about y'all, but I be a little shook about putting music on Apple Music with samples, thinking that they gonna link my shit. They don't check that.
They
won't.
Shit.
All you gotta do is sign. You just gotta say they don't, so it comes back on you and not them.
You know what I mean? Like, even as a producer,
yeah.
like I put like if I'm putting like a beat tape or something like that, like I always been shook about putting something up with samples. But like I know cats I got I got a former student who got music on Apple Music, right? And that shit was a punch to the gut when he was like, yeah, link in bio, and I hit the link and the shit opened my Apple Music up. And kid I was teaching, I'm like, oh shit, like he got music up before I did. But then I hear it got a whole Michael Jackson sample in the back. He sample beat it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna be up there for much longer. They really like unless you doing major numbers.
That's what it is.
They're not looking at that.
Yeah.
They probably like to get the streams, then try to get that check back. If you only got 10 cents, and they don't want 50% of 10 cents.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's an absolute fact.
They want your shit to succeed.
Just so you can check.
The lawyer say that. They tell you to go and like if somebody steals your beat, know who it is, and just see if the numbers get up in 6 months, and then let us know. And then after the numbers rise, we'll be able to get a good suit.
That scared the shit out of me. I ain't gonna front.
SpaceX.
I thought that was the toilet for a second.
That shit made me jump. When I go back to edit this, I'm definitely gonna laugh because I know I did that. That shit scared the shit out of me.
Nah, yo, I was gonna do this skit like when you put a song up but you ain't pay the producer for the beat, and I was gonna be the producer like, hi, is this Distro Kid? Yeah, little rapper rich guy, yeah, his song has a sample in it. Yeah, big sample. Yeah, I think we should take it down.
See, the YouTube people doing that for real though.
Yo,
I bet you do just like that on YouTube.
That shit is wild. Like YouTube, but even YouTube, they don't really be checking.
There's some fake ones on there. I got a violation for kicking a snare pattern, and it wasn't even. They said somebody that made a drum pack. They said a kicking a snare pattern was copyright violation, right? So they put not a strike, but they took down a part of my video. I sampled Future. I had an acapella of like Future and some other people on there. They never pulled it down. So then, in order for me to refute that little sample they had, they were like, "Is this 100% your material?" And I was like, "Okay, well, I can get this guy for the drums, but they're gonna go back and get me for the vocal anyway." So I was like, "Fuck it." I just
YouTube be on it. They be on it because
I had a whole.
Nah, go ahead.
Oh no, I had a remix tape up years ago. What, like I did a bunch of Nas remixes, and I'm like, oh, I should be good. These is acapellas. Like, it was like, yeah, strike on this video, that video, this video, that video, this video, that video, this video.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, Nas. It was like Nas. The world is yours. Nas, life's a bitch. I was like, yo, but I'm like, but I got the acapellas off YouTube.
But that's
they
the
pay
shit.
third-party people to do it now.
Yeah,
like Amazon pays drivers to do it. Now they got third-party people just on the computer just flagging people, and then they're like, flag as many people as you want because you get paid per flag, right? And then
they have an
comes
AI
down, it's like
that
whatever.
picks shit up. So what they do
but they
is
got people too.
they store, but they don't even need them. They store like whatever's in there and stored. That shit'll pick it up through the computer ASAP, and it'll flag you. Because what is
make
3?
a beat with the stuff in it.
Yeah, or that maybe that's a good idea too. Maybe I
pitch them up
do
or
that.
pitch them up and pitch them down, and then make a beat with the drums playing in it.
I swear to you. So what I did was when I noticed they flagged it right away, I totally manipulated the sample, pitched it, did everything you could think of, threw effects on it, and it still was picking it up. That's why I said that YouTube AI is no joke. Like, I don't even understand how it could tell that same sample because that shit was totally sounding different, but it picked it up.
So years ago, I read about this shit. They like when the shit was going from like analog like to completely digital, people were starting putting like these watermarks on their audio, but it was like this digital shit that nobody you can't hear it. You know what I mean? So like it's some shit that I guess like only computers can pick up or something like that, you know. And if you speed it up and slow it down, it's still picking it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like so they but like the shit, but the bugged out shit for me, like I said, I was pulling the acapellas, all the acapellas I got from like all the Nas acapellas I got, I literally got all them shits off YouTube.
Yeah, but those people posting those got the rights to it, and it's like when I started,
it was like little.
Nah, you know what they do though?
Jimmy.
You know what they do though? It's the same thing with those lo-fi channels. You'll see one person, it'll be a kid, and he got mad views and numbers because he got tons of playlists with other people's beats and shit. But he has the right, because when you do certain things like certain like DistroKid, I believe too, when you put your shit out there, you're signing that waiver when you put your shit out there that people can take that. These people that have the rights, they can take it and make playlists and shit out of that. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha.
And you'll get a little piece. So that Michael Jackson vocal's getting little chunks of money from that kid's views, definitely. But that also gives him the rights to put it on YouTube. So you'll get flagged, but he's not going to get flagged.
Yeah.
That's why.
Also, but that kid's probably also not going to make no bread off that one. Because all that bread
No, they're going to yap it. Yeah, the original's going to yap it because most people will give you the question, like, if you get flagged, the company, it'll tell you in YouTube, yo, you want to keep this up, but they're going to monetize it and take your money.
Yeah.
Or do you want to take it out? So
like, that's okay. You just won't get paid.
Right. You just ain't going to get paid for that one.
Like, you're not in trouble.
Right.
That's what it said, You don't have any strike for the same reason. They got mad samples, though.
But what? How many? Ain't 3 strikes and that's it? They shut your shit down?
Yeah, I don't have any strikes, though. I'm saying,
that's
like, when I have violations.
It's 3 strikes now?
It's 3 strikes. That's.
I'm glad you said that. So with that being said, I'm going to have to switch this whole squad sample challenge format up. Because
be careful. Don't get your channel taken. Or just make a bootleg channel.
I mean, you could say the rights, you could put the rights holder in the comments.
That don't help.
When they find you, when they find you, they'll just pay that person and you won't be able to monetize. You can put the video up all day.
Yeah, but some people don't allow you to, they don't even want you monetizing. Yeah, they don't even want you using that shit at all because I forgot what I just put up on the channel and that shit hit me with the, you can't even use it. You got to take it out or eat this copyright type shit.
Shoot, I had this one, the Partridge Family sample, and those people just, they're like, hey, look, you keep this up, we'll just keep the money. And I'm like, cool, because one of my MPC live versus the MPC 2000, and I sampled off wax, so it's like it had to be like a record because it was a Partridge, sample like it sounded kind of like the Jackson 5 when they was trying to copy the Jackson 5, but and it was cool, but they were like, you're not in trouble, you just won't be getting paid from this. Like none of the video do I get paid for.
Right.
But the time like from 2 minutes to 3 minutes, you had the sample. Like, all right. I had like over 10K views on it, so it's like, why take it down?
Yeah. I learned all of that with the Versus TV started because I'm like, only one YouTube channel is putting these verses out, replaying them. So let me do it. So I started recording them shits from the second one on, and they was not with it. They was yapping my shit, yapping it. And it's always a Jay-Z or some shit.
So the biggest people I see doing that, they're streaming like reaction video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they show it, but they don't show the whole thing. They show them watching it, but they had the music playing. And then in between, they'll put a couple little, pop it up here and there, but it's not like streaming the whole time.
Right. And plus, certain people don't give a fuck. Don't fuck with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with Hov or Beyonce.
They got Tidal anyway. They got their own company, so it's conflict of
on
interest.
that
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because every joint for the verses for who was it? I don't even remember, but it wasn't. I think it was just it was producers, so they were playing their beats. It wasn't a person versus a person like singing. It was just random songs, but for their beats. And it wasn't Tim and Swiss, their first one.
Boy Wonder and Hit Boy?
Oh, the first
it might have been
was,
them.
The very first, it was Swiss and Swiss and Just Blaze went head to head like a couple years back, right?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I caught that shit. Yeah, I remember I caught that shit live.
I was so mad the next day at Just Blaze because everybody was like, because I personally I think Just Blaze is the better producer of the two. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Swiss got his lane, but I feel like Just Blaze is like nah, that's just motherfucking Blaze. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He's he made he created the whole Rockefeller sound. You know what I mean? But Swiss, to me, Swiss, a lot of his shit was just all right, let me throw some heavy drums on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
He had the same drum pattern though. Swiss only got 2 drum patterns.
Yeah, you could tell the Swiss beats by them drums. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's showtime.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Showtime.
Zone.
Who I know Bri heard the Papoose album. Anybody else? That shit was alright.
Yeah, I fuck with Papoose. I like the Black Thought too.
That Black Thought was amazing.
I mean, I like Black Thought better than Papoose for real, but he has a bigger body of work. Papoose is really good, man. And when you said the thing about the bass player, Cheese, I was trying to figure. It's like this dude got a bass player on every song almost, right? There's some songs were just bass. But then some of them, he'd be like a regular sample, but then it'd be a bass solo, and then they come back rapping. Mm-hmm. I'm like, who plays bass solos on records? But I was like, oh, it must be a bass player that's producing this.
Yeah, dude, Brady.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Brady White is nice. He's done he's done a lot of shit. I actually was I was at some conference a couple years back, and he was there, and he came in, and people was like me riding him crazy. I didn't know who he was at the time. I was like, oh, what's up? Yeah. Even if I knew he was, you know how people are. They just be like, damn, dude, let the man breathe.
Glizzy block.
Matter of fact, I'm about to coin a new phrase. Yeah, they be glizzy gliding.
Choking on the glizzies.
Motherfucker, I'm here glizzy gliding. What are you doing?
To do it, to get the samples and this is with Slate from Nano Studio too. It's kind of limited because you can only get 32 slots. I'm so used to if we're using Beatmaker 3, we have 128 slots. So it's you just put one bank and you just got all the effects that you need. Or here, where y'all's like, hey, we need more effects, and I'm like, I only got 32, and that's about it. And I'm like, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that next time. Next time I'm gonna put in BM3 and then just try to get a whole bunch of effects.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you. I got mad effects. I'm gonna send them shits to you. The main ones, you know.
Yeah.
No, shit, I got a 3 fucking set vinyl of sound effects. Nothing. It's 500 sound effects on them shits. Mm. Yeah, I had that shit for years.
Oh, yo, I think I got a whole one of Warner Brothers sound effects somewhere on a hard drive somewhere that I got back in 2008 or something like that. Mm. It's all the shit from the cartoons and all the movies and shit like that. Mm. And those sounds, they make them shits they made this shit back in the day, so they had to use real shit to make them.
Yep.
Like Bugs Bunny eating carrots and shit.
Yeah. You ever seen because I was heavy into sound design a few years back. To make a horror film, look that shit up. Yo, shit be crazy.
Yo, There's a video on YouTube where they're talking about how they make the sounds for Mortal Kombat. This dude goes to the supermarket, gets wild green and red peppers and cucumbers and salad, and he just be sick.
Yeah, that's exactly how they do it.
Dope as hell. And another dude, there's like he doing like sound for like a for a scene where somebody walking in the snow, and they literally just got bags of sand, and he's just stepping on bags of sand and they miking it up. I remember when I seen that, I was like, yo, I could do that for a living. I could fucking do that for a living. Like, even if I'm just sitting there at the computer hitting, I wouldn't even need the engineer to hit record for me. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna hit record. I'm gonna go in here and then I'm gonna come back and I'm just chop all this shit up. Like,
just record.
Oh my goodness.
Matter of fact, I'm about to call my homeboy because I still gotta do the review on this microphone. I'm about to see if I'm gonna make me a little like Foley sound sample pack tonight. Something. Fuck it.
Word, that shit is a lot of fun. Sound design. It's crazy
it's
fun.
Mad fun.
Yeah, it is.
And if you use those sounds to make beats, like your beats sound crazy.
Hell yeah.
Matter of fact, I might have to like punch me a couple peppers tonight.
I did a fucking beat and I have the video too. I gotta look at one of these hard drives with a pen. I did everything with the pen and the zoom. And that shit came out crazy.
I remember you did the joint like way back with the spaghetti. You were shaking the spaghetti joint.
I did everything. The meatballs, everything involved in that meal I used. Yeah, shoveling, all type of shit. Like I used to do that shit. Hard body.
I that shit.
I was
like,
showing.
What the fuck?
I was going around the room on FaceTime last week showing Cypha how I did the room. And he starts flaming me. He's like, yo, what? Why you got all them fucking 20 coffee cans over there in them jars? I said, those be the best drums in the world. You kidding me?
Yo, I got a cookie tin in the crib. And I just shake the tin like this. That shit sound like the illest hand clap you never heard. That shit like, and then you record that shit and then slow it down. Man, listen.
Yep.
Shit.
Hell yeah.
I make sounds like anything, man.
Word.
I just got that module joint because that went AUV3. And they got a synthesizer in it. They got some dope ass leads in it. But it's like you can't really design too many sounds on it. Like they give you like limited control. But like the other synthing gadget, like the Wolfsburg, that's basically a full synth, and it's like this big.
Yeah.
That's how when people be like, oh, I wish it was AUV3. I'm like, bro, like, do you know what's in there already? Like, it's a lot of shit in there, man. A lot of shit. Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
And that's the thing that I learned a long time ago when using Reason. It's like everyone like gets upset about sandboxing. If you sandbox right, if you got everything inside the sandbox, you don't need anything outside of it.
There it goes. But people don't want to learn how to use their synthesizers. They want to learn how to use the 100, 200 presets that's in there, and then they want somebody to make more presets, or they want to be like, yo, why can't I use Serum and Reason? I'm like, bro, have you seen Thor? Like, okay, maybe you can't put your own samples in Thor, but like, have you ever really, really used it? You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, and then like now, like in Thor, in Reason they got Europa or whatever. Yeah. Europa ain't nothing but it's a Serum knockoff. Because Reason got their own granular joint in there too now. And I don't know. Like people just be bitching for no reason, dude. Like it's like
But just like you said, it's everything's now easy mode. It's like they just want to be able to just wake up and someone just be like, email them, hey, here's a sample of everything you needed. All you gotta do is just push a button and you make a hit. It's like it doesn't work that way.
Motherfuckers won't press play and be like, yo, you see what I did? Like, all you did was load that shit up. What the fuck are you talking about? Yo, I remember I made a video about how to make an 808, and I did it over like 3 synthesizers, right? That's one of the videos that got the most thumbs down for me, because people want the one-shot 808 and they want to like fucking stress that shit. I'm like, fam, I'm giving you the information on how you can play an 808 and it's going to sound good on any key you play. Even if you play the shit high, it's going to sound, it's not going to sound like 808, but like, I'm like, whatever, like, fuck all y'all. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay. I guess that'll close the show. Fuck them all. There you go. So thanks for watching and listening. And to our listeners, if you want to see visuals, there's a link in the description where you can see us on YouTube. But yeah, you can hit us at WeSampleEverything.com. WeSampleEverything on Instagram. You could get at me at Chick on the Beat. Fellas, plug yourself.
You can find me at J1StarBeatz everywhere.
You can find me at Beatmakeristhesquad and Beatmakeristhesquad.com.
Sound effects.
What's wrong with my gun?
Hit you with the horn on them.